I'm Shannon Lukens for Mountain TV. This is part of our continuing series with Colorado Parks and Wildlife. Today, it's about the greater sage grouse. It's found throughout northwest Colorado and especially in Moffett County. For over 25 years, Colorado Parks and Wildlife has worked to manage and protect the greater sage grouse. They're known for their elaborate courtship rituals. The males will congregate in a lek and perform a strutting display. Groups of females watch this display and then select the most attractive male with which to mate. These sage grouse in northwest Colorado will be benefiting from a grant for over $3 million to the Colorado First Conservation District. Casey Green is the district manager. She has more on why this is so important.
So we like to say that agriculturalists are the original conservationists. You know, if we don't take care of the land, we don't have a livelihood in agriculture. So I'm here today to actually talk about a pretty exciting project that we have taken on. We received a $3.26 million grant from the National Fish and Wildlife Foundation. We wrote the grant and asked for that funding to work specifically on sage grouse habitat. And the reason we think that is super important in Craig and northwest Colorado in general, we are home to over 70% of Colorado's sage grouse in the state, right here in Moffett County. They're a very iconic species, and we also like to call them an indicator species. If we have sage grouse on the land, that's an indication of good, healthy habitat. In addition to that, if we have good healthy habitat for sage grouse, that means we have good healthy habitat to support agriculture, and grazing is a huge part of Moffett County. I was pretty fascinated to learn that the sagebrush biome is one of the largest intact ecosystems in the United States. And we're actually, that sagebrush ecosystem between Montana, Idaho, Wyoming, Colorado is on par with the Amazon rainforest or the Sahara Desert. It's just a beautiful, untouched resource that we have here. And unfortunately though, we're losing it at a rapid rate. So if we're losing that ecosystem, we're losing not only sage grouse habitat, but other species. It's home to pronghorn antelope, elk, deer, not to mention the grazing. But then if you really think about a whole ecosystem, it's not just what's above ground. It's our plant species, it's the soil health. What we're trying to do with this sage grouse grant is keep as much of that intact as we possibly can. And when we think about conservation, it's not preservation. We're not preserving and setting aside and keeping things off of it. Healthy ecosystems need management and they need active conservation. So our goal is to be able to keep agriculture on the land so that we can keep these spaces open and they aren't developed.
Find out more about the sage grouse and about the Colorado First Conservation District at coloradofirstcd.org. I'm Shannon Lukens reporting for Mountain TV.